everybody? This is Lamont Ellis, the acquisition manager. You see the chapter right there. You see the title. So let's get right into it. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was I was going through the process of analyzing this property, and I was like, you know what? I really could be showing a lot of people the journey that I'm doing. I'm still not used to recording myself, so it's a lot of things that I might do off camera, and I loop it in. But I have so many videos that I record, but it constantly requires me to put videos out, edit them, do it correctly. It can be challenging. Today I wanted to go through the process, like I stated earlier, of what I look for. As you can see, the medium rent for multifamily units. So this is what that is in Nashville, and then in here Dixon, Tennessee. Also, I wanted to show you guys this. So this is one of the properties that I'm looking at. Um, and looking off the bat, I see days on market. That can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what your strategy. See, for me, as my strategy, I'm targeting properties that are seller finance. So that's a good thing for me. It's also a good thing right in here. Seller financing is available. So I love when people do seller financing, because that means what seller financing is when a seller becomes the bank. You're financing the property through them. You don't have to go through a qualification stage. That part you can skip. With seller financing, what it really boils down to is negotiations. What's the terms you want, and what's the terms the owner wants. Once you guys both understand what terms that you're going to use, and what I mean by terms, like for instance, sorry, I'm looking for it. I can ask for a deferred loan, meaning, hey, you can lend me the money, but give me a certain amount of months or a certain amount of weeks. Or depends on what you and the seller negotiate. I've heard people structure their mortgage to where they only pay quarter by quarter basis. I've heard that. I've literally heard investors speak about that. To me, these are different strategies that you can negotiate. Or terms, as they say. So when structuring a term or structuring a deal like this, one of the things I look for is telltale signs. The days on market is a telltale sign. Excuse me, it's a telltale sign for me, because it's either saying it's not enough time. It's either saying something is going on with this property. There's an issue. The issue may be the homeowner. The issue may be the actual property. Not judging off this description, I believe they said it was turnkey. Turnkey meaning there is no repairs that need to be done to this property. Of course, excuse me. Of course, you're gonna have maintenance. Whatever the actual maintenance is, that's what you're gonna have. But they're talking about repairs that need to be done. There's nothing like that. The inspection is going to do more about that. The inspection is going to tell you more about that. But days on market, it's either telling you it's the homeowner or the price. Something is going on with the price. This price may be high, may be too high for other investors to purchase it. That may not be worth it to them, which is why seller financing is there. Days on market. The other thing with days on market, it tell you a lot. So this is the process that I look at. So one of the things I look at is, sorry, I got so many things open because this is what I look at when I'm looking at a property for myself. Um, this is how I was taught to look at it. When a property for yourself, a rental property, or even a property to live in, what market, what type of market are we talking about? So as you can see, this property is a out. So sorry, 58 minutes away. It's an hour and 33 minutes from Tennessee. I mean, sorry, from Nashville, Tennessee. That can be a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing is bus distance. That's good, but it's a bad thing because that means it's closer to the city. You're going to see why I say that's a bad thing. For me, I look at things as a pro and con. This is how I was taught to look at properties, and if you're evaluating these properties, um, let me get to this first so I can explain what I'm talking about. So, right here, so click on this. So right here, this could be I hate to say it, but this could be a con for some people. For me personally, I don't care. I don't care. As long as they treat the property right, I don't care. I really don't care. Same thing if we move over. They could say, "Hey, black people, that's a problem." For me, I do not care. What I care about is this right here, this unemployment rate. Where's the property rate? I want to know, are they taking care of everything? For me, this is data. So I say that to say this. This being where's it at? Being this close to the city could be a problem for some people. For me, it ain't. The problem for me is the crime. For me, that's the crime. No disrespect, but Tennessee has a higher crime than Minnesota, the Minneapolis and St. Paul, both of those. So it's it's a problem. Um, Owning properties like this, well, we don't need this one. We can get rid of that now because you guys seen it. Oh yeah, and this is so I was looking at the crime also. So here's the crime. Here's where my property is. And this is where the crime is. That can be a problem for some people. Like I stated earlier, my problem is the crime. I want to be far away from the crime. This makes me want to pass on this property, but the more and more I look at it, I may be able to make it work. I just need to talk to this right here. I need to talk to him. These are the people I need to talk to. Where we at? The police department. So we need to talk to Dixon's police department and ask them a few questions. Why is asking them questions important? You want to know the lay of the land. You want to speak to the locals. You want to see how the locals feel about the crime. It's important because we're looking at this as a business. So this is why I look at this. I already spoke to a straight SBA. I already spoke to SBA about services, and they helping me out also. That'd be another video that you may see. It may come out before this, it may not. Like I say, I do a lot of things, and sometimes I don't like how the audio is, so I get rid of it. It's like, I got this new headset that you guys should be able to hear me a lot better. Um, but I can get rid of this also. So this is another thing I wanted to look at when looking at the market, and what do I look at when I'm buying a property for myself. This is what I look at. I like to get as much data as possible about property that be or set property. A lot of wholesalers, this is exactly what wholesaling taught me also. You want to know the lay of the land. You want to know, is their house is being sold, there is houses not being sold there. And this property, I looked at this earlier, and I didn't like what I seen too much, but at the same time, that shows me that I can negotiate a better deal if I wanted to. So this right here. So at the date of this video, this is where it's at. I say that because this could change. It can become a buyer's market. It can become a seller's market. I believe I don't have it open. Shame on me. I have tabs open, so here you go. This. So using this, I have tabs open so I can educate the people as I go because I already know, and a lot of people don't. So I have a market real estate cycle. The market real estate cycle is a constant or consistent changing thing. You won't be able to guess exactly where it's at, but what I was always told is you can see where it used to be. So going backwards. So if looking at a lot of this, it tells you where the market is, the market trends, the market analysts of if this market is in a buyer's market or a seller's market. Is it bullish? Is it pulling back? So, looking at a lot of this data, you get more insights on it. So, remember what I stated earlier why the days on market is good. I mean, why the days on market. So, the number of homes being sold, this is the average. It sits on market 145, 145 days. So, let's look. Where's that good data we saved? Sorry, I got so much good data. It's like, okay, okay. So it's been on market for 110 days. So that means it's still fairly new. It's getting close to past days on market, which is why again, like a lot of this can tie into this. Where's it at? Where's that seller financing? Oh, there you go. Seller financing. A lot can tie to that because a lot. This is the thing that you have to understand. Without seller financing, an individual will have to get quote unquote vetted. They will have to go through a process of being able to acquire that property. When you don't have to physically go look for a loan, quote unquote, or somebody to give you X amount of dollars, this process is a lot easier. For me, it's easier because whatever me and the homeowner negotiate, I plan on using an equity partner. I plan on bringing in other parties. Some may want me to be the GP, and some may want me. Well, obviously, I can't be the LP, but some may want to be the GP with me. That's fine. As long as I get what I want, we cool. Like I said, my initial plan is the house hack. I want a house hack, live in this rent free. Whenever it sell, get 1%, 5%, whatever. I negotiate with those other parties. To me, this is a lick, a business move, whatever you want to look at it. I'm making this move. What really made me want to own my own property was I'm getting older. Um, the more and more I get older, I think about what a lot of my elders did, having assets, good credit, things in that nature. Just really being on your P's and Q's, life insurance, just getting taking care of everything. And this is one of the things that I think about is owning real estate. I want to own a lot of real estate. Um, I want to be able to leverage a lot of my real estate to do so many things. I'm day trading right now. I'm doing so many things, so many good things. And I know a lot of people are like, okay, so how do you keep up with that? So for me, the biggest thing that I like, I have freedom. So I can focus on things that I actually want to focus on. And the things that I don't want to focus on, I either provide, I either lean on somebody else to do that work, or I do it. It gets done regardless. It gets done regardless. I'm just chasing what I actually want. So back to it. Yeah. The days on market. The days on market shows that it's still a new property. Whatever your days on market, that's how long the house either should be sitting. Like this house will get sold. It's going to get sold. It's definitely going to be sold. I don't think it would be on here in the next 6 months. I say next 6 months because commercial real estate, when you're looking at commercial multifamily, depending on the units, this is I think it's an 8 unit. Some would classify this as a similar to a pad, or I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's commercial, but it's low commercial. It's similar to or closer to residential properties. It's not residential properties, but similar to it. It's the lowest, basically. How he explained it to me like a splash pad. I don't know how to actually pronounce it, so I'm struggling pronouncing it. But this property right here is going to get sold soon. I would say the biggest thing with this property for me is the crime. It's the crime. But what I can say, it's close to the hospital. I got heart failure, so I want to be close to a a good market where I if I need something done, I can get it done while I'm out there. I'm constantly trying to put myself in a better position than what I am last year. 30 days, whatever. I'm constantly improving and constantly making generational moves. So, but looking at this information, you can see right here the crime rate. The crime rate is, yeah, I'm not too happy about it. That's why it's labeled that. Um, I would like it to be lower. I got a child. I can't afford to, you know, something like that. So, and like this right here, looking at this, it makes me want to pass on it. I'm gonna be honest with you, this too. But when I look at the income, it's slightly lower than Nashville's income. Meaning that income, that's good income. That's stable, good fucking income. That's stable, good income. That's the only reason why I'm like, hmm, I need to speak to the police department. I really need to speak to them and get that information. Yeah, because that'll tell me if this is worth my time or not. Like I said, my biggest thing is I'm very picky. Um, I want things done a certain way, and sorry, I was looking for it. So, this right here, this page, I don't know if I explained it, but I just created one big old ginormous page that the properties that I'm targeting are the properties that I'm looking for. I'm speaking to. Either I'm in the process of talking to them or I'm not. It's a lot. Again, I don't put up certain videos because I'm constantly making moves, and I don't want to show the address. These addresses I really don't care about. I really don't care about showing because wholesaling them is difficult to wholesale them. You got to get a good price. You got to get a good deal. So yeah. Alright guys. Thank you so much for watching this. I just wanted to show what this process looks like. Alright, have a nice